Your first competitor up for Freestyle here tonight in Syracuse, Camden Murphy in the Pirate. Camden Murphy not going to quite be able to save the Pirate out here tonight at Syracuse. Let's go over some highlights from that run. A nice little slap wheelie, setting her down and then riding it back into the tabletop, which where he got into some trouble, had to save that truck and did just that. Getting some nice air off the front side of that tabletop and a beautiful landing. And this is where he got in trouble, couldn't quite save the truck from going over, and ending his freestyle just a couple seconds early. Our next competitor scheduled for freestyle competition, it's Isaiah Morales in Hot Tamale. Isaiah Morales in Hot Tamale filling his time in his freestyle run. Now parking the truck for you fans. Let's take a look at some of these highlights from Isaiah. Some really nice momentum. And look at this move here. Gonna ride that wheelie down the takeoff ramp. Squaring up to the backside of the racing lane and getting a decent amount of air. Popped up onto 2 wheels and putting it back down onto 4. Then he went for the same jump again, but the front side, and got 2 times as much air as he did off the back. If you think that was enough to take the lead from the Pirate, be sure to leave your scores in the comments below. Next up for freestyle, it's Donnie Herbert in Aftershock. Aftershock filling time on his freestyle run and ripping that thing into some donuts. At the end of his run, let's take a look at some of these highlights. Some really big air off of the racing lane and a hard landing on the left side. But that didn't stop him as he went for the tabletop and almost clearing it, getting into a little bit of trouble but stabbing into the gas and comboing that truck up while doing it. Another racing lane hit as you get to see that suspension go to work on Aftershock here tonight. And ending it all with the best donut of the night so far. Next up for freestyle will be Brian Wright in Hooked. Fourth truck out and the first to go for the backflip out here tonight. So far, some of the biggest air from Hooked. Let's take a look at some of these highlights. This is where Hooked initially got into some trouble in his freestyle run, somehow able to pull that thing back up onto 4 wheels though. Here's another angle on that jump, a hard landing on the right side, but still somehow, some way pulls it back up onto 4. Going with a head full of steam towards that MX hill and getting some really nice air. A bad rebound, but putting it back down onto 4 one more time in this run. And then the cherry on top, Brian Wright in Hooked landing the backflip picture perfect. Next up for freestyle competition, it's Kyle Gar in Wrecking Crew. A hard landing for Kyle Gar and Wrecking Crew after that backflip attempt. We're going to see if he's allowed to refire, and he's going to be able to refire. Here he goes. Wrecking Crew having a wild showing out here at Syracuse, but was it enough to take the lead? First, let's take a look at some of these highlights. Some massive air off the backside of the tabletop. This is where he first got into some trouble. He's going to keep it off of the wall and sidewall save that thing and keep his run going. Then right after that sidewall save, got up onto some 2-wheel skills move. Then he was heading for the backside of the green tabletop, getting a moonshot and almost completely clearing it from the backside of the jump. Getting a little caught up in the middle of a turn onto sidewalls and pulling it back down. Some great saves from Wrecking Crew. And then this was the backflip attempt that didn't quite work out for him, resulted in an RII. Was it enough to take the lead? Scores in the comments. Your next competitor for freestyle competition, Denver Ector Camp II in Venom.
Something to
And as time has elapsed for Venom, he's going over. At the end of his run, we're going to take a look at some of these highlights. Headed full throttle into the MX hill, getting some of the biggest air of the night off of that jump. He was keeping a pretty good pace throughout the whole freestyle, and this was another great hit that he had, leading him up onto 2 wheels and getting into the racing lane a little bit there. Venom also taking a different approach at these tabletop jumps out here, trying to stay consistent. But then full throttle again into the racing lane, getting some massive air. Got into a little bit of trouble onto the gas and pulls it back down. Very nicely done. Venom is also going to be the 3rd truck to attempt the backflip, the 2nd to land it. And after a pretty chaotic freestyle, Denver Ector in camp the 2nd, rolling that thing over onto its lid. Up next for freestyle, none other than Scott Hardsock in the Gunslinger. And unfortunately, a bad bounce is going to end Gunslinger's run out here tonight at Syracuse. Taking a look at the highlights, a very nice sky wheelie right there into the cars. But then Scott Hardsock getting on the ragged edge and riding a wheelie into that tabletop jump. One more hit off of the cars, but instead of a sky wheelie, this time a slap wheelie, trying to ride it out as far as he could. And then the hit that ended it all out here for Scott tonight, a bad bounce straight into the wall. Next up for freestyle, another legend in the sport, Paul Schaefer in Monster Patrol. Paul Schaefer putting on a little bit of an encore after his run. Well, let's take a look at some of the highlights we gathered from his freestyle. Some nice air off of the double, almost completely clearing it. And then Paul Schaefer putting that thing on the two wheels on purpose. A nice sidewall save, pushing on the brakes at the right time. Up and onto the van stack, getting a very nice slap wheelie and riding it out with ease. Comboing that truck up onto the tabletop, gathering it up, and trying a stoppie in Monster Patrol. We got some great air off of this racing lane right here, straight up and down in the air. And straight up and down one more time from this sky wheelie right here. Scores in the comments below for Paul Schaefer and Monster Patrol. Next up in freestyle competition, it's Chad Fortune in Captain America. Chad Fortune endoing over, trying to do a stoppie right there. Let's look at these highlights. Some nice donuts to start the runoff from Chad Fortune. And then he was eyeballing this tabletop right here, landing in the center of it all, ripping the front clip off from trying to save this truck, and then it puts him into another save, which he does put it back down on the four wheels. Then Chad Fortune feeling pretty risky as he rides a wheelie into the backside of the tabletop, getting into some trouble almost on the two wheels, but somehow keeping it on the four. As he launches that thing straight up in the air, this is where he ended it all. Scores in the comments for Chad Fortune. 4 more trucks left in freestyle, one of those trucks being Lindsay Wink in Lucas Oil Crusader. Lindsey Wink not going to be able to get past much more of a minute in his freestyle, but he did have some really good highlights, including this backflip. And getting some really nice air off of that car stack right there, comboing the truck up and into a nice save. He was definitely very lucky to not rip a wheel off right there on that landing. And then this was the hit that ended it all for Lindsey Wink. A bad bounce, and he's just not going to be able to save that truck, ending time and his freestyle. Scores in the comments for Lucas Oil Crusader. Next up in freestyle competition, it's Bryce Kenny in the Mohawk Warrior. Mohawk Warrior going over in the middle of those donuts, all for you fans. Let's take a look at the highlight board. Some massive air to start off his freestyle out here tonight. And then once again with some more massive air off of that racing lane, completely rebounding over that van right there and putting that truck back down onto all fours once again. Bryce Kenny just really sailing that thing through the air right there. A hard landing. That truck staying together, a hard landing on the left side, but a save, unlike what Lindsey Wink could not do with his truck just moments ago. And then a picture-perfect backflip from Bryce Kenny in the Mohawk Warrior. Getting into a little bit of trouble. That was the last hit in his time, but then some encore donuts are what ended this run here tonight. Remember to leave your scores in the comments for Bryce Kenny in Mohawk Warrior. Up next for freestyle here in Syracuse tonight, Mikey Vaughters Jr. and Overkill Evolution. Not the way he wanted to end his freestyle out here. A hard landing on the front end of that truck. Let's take a look at some of these replays. Overkill Evolution getting a bad rebound and a crazy save at the end of that jump right there. A hard landing on the left side from that van stack. And then going for the tabletop jumps, crooked in mid-air into another save, and he gets it. 2 perfect sidewall saves within this run. Some massive air off of that van stack. Rear steer giving out a little bit there off the backside of the racing lane, and hard landing, another sidewall save. That's 3 for this freestyle, and this is the last hit, ending freestyle a little bit early, but still a crazy run from Overkill Evolution. With one more truck left to go out here at Syracuse, please help me in welcoming Charlie Pauken in the Gravedigger. Charlie Pauken coming very close to saving that, but clipping the backflip ramp, not going to be able to do it. Here's the replay with a crazy little pogo jump there. Off of the van stack, trying to get a slap wheelie onto one wheel, back onto 2, and dancing around the racing lane jump there. Squaring up for the racing lane, getting some massive air. Trying to rebound over the van, but instead just smacking right into it. Charlie Pauken drifting that truck around for the next racing lane hit, some even bigger air off of that jump. A hard landing on the right side, but that truck taking it. And this would be the jump to end it all. A hard landing sends him over and over and over. Gets it up onto the sidewalls, puts it into the gas, and clips the backflip ramp. Not going to be able to save it out here tonight. Please help me in welcoming our encore of the night, Jim Kohler in Avenger.